Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, there's tons going on right now. There's literally tons going on. The patch dropped. We were on stream last night playing around with champs. I'm going to do another video on some of those champs a little bit later today. And I tell you what, some of them are rocking my world. I'm having tons of fun. Come and grab me on stream again tonight. We're going to be looking at some of the epics, especially when I look at that big fat noodle Jotun, so he's going to be on my stream tonight. Come and check it out, Hell Hades TV, and we'll have some fun with that. But today, something different has dropped, guys. It's like, have we had enough information yet? No, we're giving you more. So, from tomorrow, there will be another Fragment summon. A new legendary, guys. A new legendary to the game as a Fragment summon. An Ogryn Tribes legendary support champion. Spirit Affinity. You know what? I guess what they're thinking is, like, different factions should just be linked to different affinities. Oh, maybe not. Maybe there is room for a spirit. In my head, I was thinking that Ogryn Tribes was all spirit, but it's not. There's actually is room. Okay, so there's going to be a Fragment summon of a new Ogryn Tribes champion. Let me just pull him up for you here. We do not have his skills yet. I can't do like an overall video on this guy, but I'm just giving you a forewarning that from tomorrow, this fella is coming to our world. It actually looks, as ever, very, very cool. So he's coming tomorrow. It's going to be a support champ. So we'll see. We'll see what he's like. What I have fed back, because I know you guys are already commenting on the video. Are fusions over? Why have we got another fragment? My feedback was, what a dumb move, Plarium. What a dumb move. Why not make this one a fusion? I know you want to try out your fragment collectors and all that sort of stuff, but this is going to go down like a lead balloon. Now, the champion might be brilliant. He might have a brilliant kit, really good fun, all that sort of stuff. Fine. Is it good that they're doing something like a collector for fragments? Yes, because you guys can choose whether you want to go for it or not. It's going to be the same type of stuff, guys. Get yourself ready by saving your resources. We've now got extra missions where we can gain, not missions, extra quests where we can gain resources on a daily basis, which is going to help us. But try and hold on to as many of your monthly ones as you can. It's late in the day, but it's coming tomorrow. There's not much you can do in a day, but just think about it. Tomorrow, we've got a fragment collector. It's going to be the same sort of stuff as in do your quests, do your events, do your tournaments, and then you'll get your fragments. That's the way it's going to go down, same as before. It's a legendary champion. He's not going to be easy to get. Free-to-play community, he's going to be tough to get unless you've saved saved all your stuff, which is unlikely because it's not that long ago we just had a whole bunch of events going on. So we'll see, guys. We'll see what he's like. And once he's out properly, I'll do a video on him. But other than that, then, we've got 2 lots of ×10 summon events. I guess they're going to be in line with stuff that's dropping for this fragment collector. So we've got from tomorrow a ×10 chance to summon. Again, some big champions, guys. Big champions. So first on the list is the clan boss king himself, Vizier. Vizier is absolutely the best champion besides Valkyrie for changing your clan boss team if you're not running Unkillable. He's even good in Unkillable, by the way, but if you're not running Unkillable, he's the best champion besides Valkyrie to change your clan boss damage. So is he worth pulling shards for? Well, if it falls in line with collecting fragments, he probably is. He's got an A1 which extends debuffs for every hit, potentially. 50% chance if you book it out. The rest of his kit is okay, not crazy. He's got this kind of A2, which is single target block buffs. Does have decrease attack, so if you want him as your decrease attack champion, as well as debuff extender for clan boss, you can do it. But he lays 2 other debuffs that you don't really want. And then he's got a debuff spread and a perfect veil on his A3. Perfect veil is really strong. Basically means you're going to take less damage from any AoE damage. So all in all, he's a brilliant champion. Brilliant champion. One of the best. One of the most game-changing champions in the game. Okay, so let's move on to our next one, who's an undead, and that is Neferal. Neferal, he ranks really, really highly on my tier list. He can play anywhere in the game. I actually prefer him in Dungeons and Arena to Clan Boss, but he can play in Clan Boss. The reason why I prefer him in Dungeons and Arena is one of the few that have got a really high percentage chance to lay a stun on all enemies. So 75% chance if you book him out to stun all enemies. For wave content for Dungeons, it's insane. For Faction Wars, he's one of the best. For Arena, it's a brilliant move. He's also got this second ability, which attacks all enemies, decreases the turn meter by 75% on all enemies. So in the arena, if you get him to go before the enemy, he'll drop all of their turn meter, which means you can get your attack players to be slower and still get your hits off. Again, in Dungeons, he's going to be dropping the spider turn meter. He's going to be dropping the Fire Knight turn meter. He's going to be clearing out the waves so that you get more chances to have your turns. So all of that's really cool. And then he's got a triple hit on his A1. So he's brilliant in Fire Knights. He's brilliant in Spider. He's good in Dragon. He's good in Ice Golem. He's top tier in Faction Wars. He's good, actually, in Clan Boss if you manual. Not so good if you auto. And he's brilliant in the arena. So all in all, someone said to me, why is Neferal so high in your tier list? Because he can play everywhere. And my tier list is about scoring people in different areas of the game. So, quality, first two. Next one then is going to be a legendary who's just got a buff. I played around with her last night on my stream, and I think she's going to be back in the meta, guys. Well, I think she's never been in it. I think she's going to hit the meta, mainly for the arena, but she could do some work for you in Fire Knights. She could do some work for you in Spider because of this second ability here, block debuffs and shield. She could do some work in Clan Boss. Block debuffs on a 3-turn cooldown is always good. Triple hit A1. And then she's also got this revive, which doesn't kill herself anymore. 5-turn cooldown if you book it. Good base stats. The best speed in the game, I think. Got to be up there, top 2 at least, I think. But yeah, so the buff on her A2 is actually significant. And I think she will be seeing some love in the arena and love generally across the game now. So good buff for Seer, Blind Seer. And is it worth pulling Void Shards over? I mean, maybe. But for a times 10, you're still chancing your luck. You still only got 0.5% chance to pull a Void Legendary, but that's up to you guys. Okay, so next one up then is... she's been on a ton of these, actually. She's been on quite a lot of times 10s. Allure. Allure's a brilliant champion. She is one of the strongest for Fire Knights in the game. She's difficult to keep alive. People make the mistake of thinking she's just going to go into their Fire Knights team and they're going to rock Fire Knights world. It's not that way, but once you get her A1 kicking in, she drops turn meter with every successful hit, as long as you've got 100% crit and you've got accuracy. So all you need to do is stack her HP up, give her crit and accuracy and some speed, and she'll keep Fire Knight's turn meter down all the time. I'll tell you what else she's great for, Faction Wars. I know it's a bit of a meme when people say that, but Faction Wars has kind of raised the bar in terms of its importance. She is great for Faction Wars. She's going to be the one who helps you actually take out some of these bosses that are hard to kill. She does have an AoE decreased defense. It's a small version and a chance to sleep, which is kind of cool. And she's got a nuke on her A3, but you don't really use her for a nuke. She does have a Faction Crypt's accuracy aura as well. So, good champion. She's next on the list. Let's see who else we've got. Who else was next? It is, yeah. So, next guy on the list. Massive group of people, in fact, Sacred Order. It's Lightsworn. Feels like maybe this is like the... just multi-hit A1s. Maybe this is meant to be the Fire Knight team, the Fire Knight squad, I'm not sure. But triple hit A1, again, brilliant in Fire Knights, good in Clan Boss. He's got decreased attack and decreased speed on his A2. He's actually really good for Fire Knights, really good for Spider. And he was my Clan Boss decreased attack champion up until I was doing Ultra Nightmare. Like, he stayed in my Nightmare team because I didn't pull anyone better. I didn't pull a Tyrell, or there was less options at the time. But if you can keep him moving quick enough, then you can actually keep decreased attack down all the time just with Lightsworn. He's also got increased defense and revive on death on his A3. So all in all, his kit is strong. His base defense is wacky high. Good base speed, good champion. And then we've got one more to go, who is also in this faction. The lovely Tallia. Her sword is bigger than her. She hits hard. She's a cool champ. She's a good arena champ. Triple hit A1 again. So it is, yeah, all of these guys are triple hitters. We've got increased attack and crit rate, and then a nuke on array 2. This is like a one-shot arena ability if you get this going with good setup. And she does a counter-attack on herself and weaken AoE. So her kit is strong. I've done a guide on her before. I really like her as a champion. All of her stats are great except her health. All really good stats except her health. But she does have good enough defense to keep her alive. So is she usable? Yes. She's very, very cool. She's a good champion. Again, brilliant for Fire Knights, good for dungeon nukage, and pretty cool for the arena as well. So that is going to last until Sunday, that group of champions. So you've got 6 champions there going to last till Sunday. And then from Sunday, they're going to do another times 10. So from Sunday, the times 10 is going to switch, and we're going to go into Lua, the lovely Lua. So again, she is a great dungeon nuker, a great arena nuker, single target A1, which then goes into AoE. AoE triple hit A2, and then a drop turn meter, ignore shield, and block damage on her A3. All of her kit's strong. She's not the best out there. She's a good champion. She's not the best out there. This hit here is hard. It hits hard. This like extra damage is always a non-crit, which if it was a crit, I think she'd be kind of top tier, but it does kind of lack a bit. But in terms of Fire Knight team, when I did the all epic team, Lua was like MVP. She killed my times by about another 2 minutes. By about a minute, sorry. Good champion. Not a bad one to invest in for sure. Next one up is going to be one that everyone should want to try and get. One of the hardest hitting champions in the game, Royal Guard. He's all about faction wars and dungeons, but he hits hard. The further you are in the game, the harder he hits. A2 comes in with a max enemy max HP skill, which just hits for a ton. Like my Royal Guards, they hit for a couple of mil a pop on this ability. Also got decreased defense A1. Also got 4 hitter and reduced speed A3. Good for dragons. Good for Ice Golem if you control the hits coming back at you. Brilliant for Spider. So good champion. Next one up. I'm not so sure about this guy myself. To be honest, I've never really built him out properly. Which one is he? No. This one. Defiled Sinner. I've never really built him out myself. So this is looks like this is the max enemy HP team. No, it's not. Just happens to be. He hits like a noodle compared to all of the other people with this skill. He's not a Husk. He's not a Royal Guard. He's just a bit of a weak version of all of them. I would not be pulling shards for this guy. I think he's one of the worst champs in the game now. Decreased defense here. Enemy max HP, single target here, but it's not that strong. And then attacks all enemies and damage increases for enemies alive. He's kind of meant to be a spider champion. He's the wrong affinity for it. For me, not a good champ. Next up is a legendary I do not have on the Old Green Tribes. So Bizen. And Bizen's cool. Bizen is a cool champ. He's one of the few that can do Nightmare campaign solo as an attack-based champion. I think there's only maybe like 3 or so that can do it. He has got crazy base attack, good base speed. He's got a very, very good kit. So he's got a double hit on his A1. He's got, so if he's doing like a blender comp, he could come in with a double hit. If you're doing a counter-attack team, he can come in with a double hit, that type of stuff. He's got an AoE on his A2. First one's AoE as well, by the way. AoE on his A2. 60% chance to stun if you book him up. And place decreased accuracy as well, which is kind of neither here nor there, really. Maybe it's okay in the arena. But this one hits really hard. That's the other thing. So hits really hard and it lays stuns. And then he's got an A3, which is a double hit again, AoE again, and a chance to, and it just drops turn meter, drops turn meter and a chance to place decreased speed. All of his kit is AoE. All of his kit hits really hard. Good champion. Really good champion. The last 2 are not so good, I would say. So we have got ourselves Crypt King. I don't have him. I'm not pulling shards for him. He does have a decreased attack here, which is okay. He's got an HP burn triple hit here. Attacks 3 times at random. I guess this can be useful for Spider to try and get some random HP burns out there. HP burn's one of the easiest ways to kill the Spider. And then he's got an AoE here, which actually does hit hard, but also places a freeze on targets if they're under HP burn. So HP burn and freeze together is actually brilliant. Extends the duration of any HP burns out there to 3 turns. 3 turns, which is brilliant. The effect cannot be resisted. That's brilliant as well. So I guess if you pair him up with someone else who's doing HP burns, put him out there with an ultimate Gaelic, then he's probably top tier Spider. But you need Gaelic to go first, get the burns out. He then goes next, extends all those burns a number of turns, freezes all those Spiderlings. Then he's top tier. Other than that, I don't really see a use for him. But he's crazy quick. He's got really good base stats everywhere. Everywhere his base stats are insane, actually. So maybe I'm underselling him. Maybe he's better than I think he is. But he's not someone I've got. I've used him a couple of times, and I felt like he should be better than he is when I've used him. So the last one up then is, again, someone else I don't have. So there's actually 3 legendaries I do not have in this group of champions. And that's going to be Tyrant. And Tyrant is top tier. Tyrant is top tier as a legendary. Really, like, insanely good. He has got A1, heals himself off his A1. So it's like an inbuilt lifesteal kit, basically, here. Put him in a counter-attack team with Clan Boss. This is his kind of healing mechanic. He's got an A2, which is an AoE HP burn, 100% if you book him out. 3 turn cooldown if you book him out. He's the best champion, I think, for Spider. The best champion for Spider for this HP burn. He's then got ally protection and increased defense on a 3-turn cooldown if you book him, which means he pairs really well in... it works really well for Spider and any kind of dungeon content, but also brilliant for Clan Boss. And then he's got this passive. If anyone's under HP burn, the rest of your team and him take less damage, which for Clan Boss is insane. For any content, really, where he's got his HP burns out, is brilliant. Now, 10% less damage is a lot. It's a straight 10% off the number. Brilliant base stats as well. All of his stuff is defense-based, so you can build him tanky and he'll do damage. Fantastic champion. So, guys, lots to go over there. We've got the Fragment Collector. We've got 2 lots of ×10s. Comment below. What's your thoughts? Anything you're going for? No doubt over the weekends, I'll do some shard pulls if people want them. But come and catch me on stream tonight, as I said. We're going to build out that big Jotun wet noodle and see what we can do with him. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.